Hey guys, Old Beater Cars here. Just posted up a video today of what I'm working on. Anyways, I'll show you. Just let me reposition the camera. Alrighty. Well, what I'm working on is I'm building a 40 Ford 10.5 tow truck. Sorry, my bench is kind of messy. Just working on stuff. Anyways, I'm going to show you how you do it and pay attention. So, right now I'm working on the front fenders. I just finished making them, glue them up. I have two kinds of fillers on there. Anyways, when you're building something like this, you have to do your research. You have to know what wheels you're using, how the truck sits, what kind of colors you're using, what kind of parts are used on it, and so forth. So, what I do on this truck here is the front fenders weren't what the picture was calling for, because this truck here is a light-duty Ford truck. Which use the standard fenders. These standard fenders. If you do Google search, right, you'll see that a 40 Ford, a 10.5, will use a different kind of fenders. So what I do is I cut the fenders off in half. You know, cut them directly right in half here. And take the rear fenders that were on the back box, and I just glue them on there. And of course you have to put pieces of styrene in there to fill the gap up, because there'll be a bit of a gap, and you know, you put some styrene in there and you add your fillers. I use a 2-part body filler, body putty, and I get it roughed out, and then I use the red scratch putty to do the fine stuff. And then what I do after is I take my tires, the same tires I use all the time, and I just I look at them like this, and I have to basically end up cutting out the wheel well a little more. And also look at your reference pictures too, so that helps, gives you some guidance. So you can tell it's needs a little bit of widening in here. This part here, not a big deal. So yeah, so you have to do that. Of course, this back here will be cut. You have to measure it. You have your cab on there. But you have to really pay attention to your wheel wells and the width of your front fenders. You know, if you're doing a replica job, which I do a lot of. So I'm working on that. I'm just waiting for the putty to dry a little more on that. I use my same wheels I use all the time. I have to give credit for this idea to SS Roth. I used to make these tires as tires and rims all 2 pieces. Then I've seen his videos and he does it, and it's the best thing going. I cast the rim and tire as 1 piece. And the back, I just drill at the end with a Fosner bit, and I put my hubs in there, and you're good to go. It's a wicked idea. You end up with a few little bubbles or something in the back, but you know, with experience it comes out perfect anyway. It's not a big deal. good experiment. I've been using Smoothcast 305. I've used Luminite resin. You have to experiment what works for you. So, anyways, that's what I do. Here are the rear tires, one piece. So, this is the best way to do it. Best way. Also work on the frame. It's a light duty truck, right? So you have to alter the suspension, front and rear. You have to alter it. This one was too low. The spindles they're up too high. So to remedy that, I just put a spring, a more arched spring on the front. I should bring it on the front here. It's more arched, as opposed to the original, which is kind of flat. I guess an original kit would give it more of a lower stance, but I don't want this on this build. Everything as well is I have to cut the back of it off here, because on the tow deck it's flat. There's no room for this, so it has to be a straight frame. I have a guide here I use. This is a die cast frame, and I'll tell you about this in a minute. See, it's all flat through here, and there's a good reason for that, because the deck is flat and it still has the right arches in here for the leaf springs, that kind of thing. I make my own springs. I don't make them. I just cast originals off this frame here, and it works awesome. I use the rear end. It's the big heavy rear end for it, so you use that, and that works pretty slick. So the engine is before you get to the engine, your hood, you gotta modify your hood too. Originally this hood was more pointed. I had to cut it back and kind of make it more blunt, you know. So that's not done, but work on that still. And you have to look at your bottom of your hood, because sometimes the bottom of the hood, like the hood bottoms, are actually part of the fender, which I've had to do here. I've had to cut them off, and these will be glued onto the fenders. That's just the way it is. Because you just look at your reference pictures. Here's the engine, stock, nothing special. The heads that came with it I didn't like, and it was dual carbs, and this is going to be a stock build, so I just made it all original. Proper flatheads and single carb, so I did that. You have to look at reference pictures and make sure you're doing it properly. Everyone has their own style of building, and that's awesome. Sorry. The other thing I want to say is sometimes you want parts for your builds, and like rims and all sorts of things, right? What you do is you get yourself a die cast truck. Because sometimes you go buy resin rims, okay? And the resin rims will almost cost you, between you get the rims, pay tax, and then you pay your shipping, you can almost buy a resin truck or a die cast truck for what you want, and you have 1 million parts and 1 million options, and you have a reference all the time. So what I do, I have a couple trucks I have different rims, And they're 124 scale. Actually, one is 125 and one is 124. This is a 125 scale. Or maybe 124. Anyway, it was one of the two. I've casted the rims and tires, and this one was a tow truck originally. And you know, I've got so many ideas from looking at this stuff, and it's just inspired me to build better trucks, right? So I'm always learning new things and always trying different things out, and you know, just keep improving my builds, eh? But yeah, just buy yourself a die-cast truck. If you're doing this kind of stuff, you get lots of options, lots of parts, and you can always cast them. Make a mold, cast the parts, and you get parts forever. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the tow bed. It is die-cast. If you build your frame up properly, you'll have no problems with weight. A little bit heavy, not too bad. Here's the bed. I'm going to leave it in block. I'm going to do the cap in block too, flat block. I'm going to put dull coat on here and make it look dull, because there weren't that many shiny tow trucks back in the day, I don't think. From the picture I've seen, they weren't too shiny. So I'm not using the original boom out of here. I'm making actually a custom boom that I have some reference pictures for. I'm going to stick it in there, and a few things on here I need to do to fill this hole in here. And yeah, that's there's underneath. Pretty simple. So that's whiting the flat frame, because this is flat here. I mean, this could work. Could work just fine. But then you have a problem with it sitting properly, and you need to have, this has to be stretched anyway, so the frame's gonna be flat. So anyways, I'll post some updates. I'll post some updates on this build here soon. When I have more work done on it, I'll talk some more of what I've done. And anyways, you guys stay tuned for more great videos, and you know, do your same old thing. Comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions, please PM me. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.